Across South Asia lie the remains of a civilization that once rivaled Egypt in Mesopotamia, but left almost nothing behind to explain who they were. No kings, no monuments, no written histories we can read. Just carefully planned cities, abandoned with no warning. Today, we're exploring the rise, brilliance, and disappearance of the Indus Valley Civilization, one of the greatest mysteries in human history. Over 4,000 years ago, this region, stretching across Pakistan and northwest India, became home to a network of cities built with a level of planning that still surprises researchers. Mohenjo-daro and Harappa weren't random settlements. They were laid out on a grid system, with straight streets intersecting at perfect angles. Homes were built from standardized bricks, meaning the same size and proportion were used across hundreds of miles. They created one of the world's earliest urban drainage systems. Wastewater flowed into covered channels that lined the streets, something some modern cities still struggle with. Instead of grand temples or palaces, their cities focused on practical architecture, homes with private wells, storage rooms, courtyards, and ventilation designed for the hot climate. Daily life in the Indus Valley was surprisingly organized. Archaeologists found evidence of specialized workshops, bead makers, metalworkers, ceramic artisans, each contributing to a thriving economy. In homes, researchers discovered board games, tools, and toys made for children. Small carts, clay animals, and spinning tops show that creativity and play were part of family life. They also built an iconic structure known as the Great Bath. This wasn't a swimming pool. Many believe it served a ritual purpose, a place for cleansing or community gatherings. Whatever it was, it tells us water played an important role in their culture. Indus seals, small squares carved with animals and symbols, are some of the most intriguing artifacts. They may represent ownership, trade, or religion, but since the script remains undeciphered, the truth is still hidden. They traded widely. Indus beads and pottery have been found as far as Mesopotamia, showing they were part of an early global trade network. One of the biggest mysteries is their writing. Hundreds of symbols appear on seals and pottery, but no long inscriptions have ever been found, only short texts, sometimes as small as 5 characters. This has made decoding impossible so far. Without a Rosetta Stone, researchers can't connect the symbols to a known language. The result, we still don't know what they believed, how they governed themselves, or what stories they told. Then, around 1900 BCE, something changed. Many cities began declining. People moved away. Buildings were left unfinished. Workshops shut down. There's no evidence of a massive war or sudden invasion. Instead, researchers believe environmental shifts played the biggest role. Leading theories include heavy checkmark climate change. The once powerful Sarasvati River dried up. Monsoon patterns weakened. Agriculture became harder to sustain. Heavy checkmark shifting rivers. Major rivers changed course, leaving cities without water while flooding others. Heavy checkmark overpopulation and resource stress. Growing cities may have pushed their environment to the limit. Heavy checkmark migration. Instead of disappearing dramatically, the people may have slowly moved east toward the Ganges region, blending into new cultures over generations. The truth is likely a combination of these factors, not a catastrophic event, but a slow decline brought on by environmental pressure. Even without written records, their legacy survives in details, precise weights, standardized tools, and engineering techniques that were far ahead of their time. Their commitment to public hygiene, something rare in the ancient world, hints at a society that valued fairness, cleanliness, and structure. Some cultural practices in South Asia today may trace back to them, though the connections are still being studied. Of all ancient civilizations, the Indus Valley is one of the least understood, but also one of the most impressive. They mastered city planning, crafted beautiful art, and traded across continents, yet vanished quietly, leaving only questions. I'm Dicky, and this is Dicky Explores History. If you love uncovering the real stories behind forgotten civilizations, subscribe, because the past is waiting.